A circle of white deck chairs. The bar looks out on a circle of white deck chairs like a Fitzgerald novel waiting for its characters. My white wine, crisp Pinot, tastes like a mouthful of silver. The tablecloth is whiter than the chairs, and the napkins have pink orchids dabbed across the linen. So this is the way the indolents spend the lateness of their afternoons, sipping the view, painting the air white as a turtle's egg. Too hot to sit outside, otherwise I'd fill the lawn with the hum of my breath, quietly playing center of attention. In my story, a lone priest sits at a white wrought iron table, writing in a notebook with sin-black covers. He's the only person in the garden and is therefore bold. He lets the breeze comb through his wiry gray hair. The plan is to describe a world of pure spirit before flesh stirs its shadow cells. He doesn't know he's being watched by someone who is making up his every move. Alone with God, in spite of God, he's not sure which. His wine tastes like amber beads in a rosary. He's careful not to swallow his words, spill them on a blank page, spelling out the various ways a man will work a common day into chance and fancy. It wouldn't be worth the effort it takes to leap a metaphor if I didn't create a woman for both the priest and me to puzzle over. Manipulator that I am, I raise the heat, the late afternoon sun pink as a plate of smoked salmon. What else can she do but crumple her paleness into one of those empty chairs, dangle her fingers over the almost burning grass? She is weak with having just been imagined, hasn't yet had the opportunity of wrinkles or rumors or too much to drink. In fact, the bar doesn't even exist anymore, and the priest has disappeared into his immaculate intentions. All that's left is a deck chair and the shadow of a story hovering over the white wood. Toy box. These are not my toys, but distractions for my niece and nephew, fantasies we can share. Lucas is partial to the stove-white speedboat, pursing his lips into vrooms. Cora prefers the motley Barbies, a chorus line of bleached grass hair and evening gowns ripped in cool places. Together we play Barbie Goes water skiing, high heels and all, until Lucas rams the boat into the wall, mimicking tremendous explosions, bits of Barbie cooked mid-air. Of course, Cora fumes, knowing full well life isn't meant to be that dramatic. She gathers up the dolls and starts a game of fashion show. The rest of the afternoon is trashed. They're supposed to be dead, Lucas screams, kicking in the direction of Cora, who refuses to relinquish even one blonde strand of hair. If I had a choice, the boat would slide on the ceramic tiles as if upon a secret lake, and the Barbies would swim around it like beautiful, placid sharks. Let's play castaway, I blurt. Lucas looks as if my eyes just squirted blood. Cora ignores us both, bending the Barbies into Russian gymnasts. No chance of world peace, not here in this toy box. Could this be why God left the planet? The deadly boat floats toward me with a plastic sneer. Barbies behind me like dolled up Satans. The perfect place for a sacrifice. Won't be long before their playing obliterate the uncle. I am not a toy, I try to say, before remembering toys can't talk. Our lives and nothing less. No more white asparagus or Boursin cheese, now that cash is huddling. Dow Jones dropping like a gored matador. Cheap Canadian beer, the latest Lucinda downloaded illegally. Bills shrivel in my pocket like Kleenex fingered so long it's turned to lint. There goes Italy next summer. Amazing how much squeezes down the drain with a little pressure. Grapes, crusts, gristle. No more takeout 3 times a week. No more Friday nights. Soon I'll have to sell myself in Value Village. I used to be worth a fortune, dashed Hope exclaims. My father still leaving me his catch of anxieties, signing them over one by one. The whole history of the dead is wallowing in interest never paid. Our lives and nothing less, pickpocket crows and mean peacocks, diamonds wriggling from gold restraints, champagne watered down with melting ice. On the way back from the loan sharks, I stop at a wheat field where sooty clouds hang like a charcoal drawing of tragedy. I can almost touch their weight, their sag. That pressure again, the entire sky on the verge of a crash. I lean against a scratchy bale, inhale the scent of what one day could be bread, a bit of butter the next field over, dragging its udder through 3-leaf clovers. Love after Beatrix Potter. Love is what doesn't fit, becomes a longing, both tit and tat, 2 fingers drawing the long ears of a rabbit. Add color and you've got yourself a life, a saucer of wanderlust swimming in blue. Stir the meadow grass with a darting tongue, bees dotting buttercups with commas. The romance of finally being seen. Love starts out as an inkling, then takes a look around, light shedding its perplexity. Once you knew nothing of the intoxicated heart, just that it honked like a goose when it wanted room. But now it thunders through a well-thumbed book, title blazing, your name in a rose-bordered box. It crests, it curtsies, it flutters, royal edict of a repertoire. Wrens shake like feather dusters, minnows quake wave to wave. Passion with its lovely tatters, where the flesh dares innocence again. Susurrus of a brush dipped in pink, a blush spreading across your face, turning the page. Love is creating itself. Look at how one line of color bleeds into the rawness of another. Feel your own lips unruly as piglets. Love is a grip, a flourish. Not even a hedgehog could be more affirming than this. You exist in every bristle, every stroke. Lao-Tau. A good traveler has no fixed plans, no reservations, no guest room at the end of Aunt Lillian's ivory hall. The road is leaky fate, a suet ball and a slow beak. You walk on an early version of legs, tumble where the hills grow chins, follow your nose for wild lilacs and china cups of rain. If a street lamp throws you a zinger, duck west. If love grabs you by the short-term memory, retrace your steps. Up or down, no matter. Heaven is a still life in a Motel 6 non-smoker. You can get there on thumbs alone. Believe in somersaults, in flagging down a fleet of cabs, in hoisting yourself out of a dried-up well. Let it happen. Tonight, you'll be sleeping in a clearing that won't be there come dawn. Genesi. Trailing my stick, I go down to the garden edge, where the wilderness has drawn a thick line of weeds, where snakes writhe freely like teenage boys, and innocence is eaten, organs and all, where the idea of you finally makes no sense, quicksand sucking on emptiness. Are you able to watch your body disappear? You step into moss, and the sharpness of your heels sinks. Branches close in above you like lace woven from sap. A dragonfly perches on your left ear. A cluster of sumac flares. The stick falls from your usually stubborn fist, and suddenly you're undergrowth. It won't be long before the deer are nibbling you, silent over your sweetness, tongues soft as those childhood prayers you thought had gone to heaven long ago. You'll have to rethink your notion of afterlife once the deer have licked you to the bone.